MPLIDS13 up against this somewhat tanky team with sustain, long, prolonged team fights, and the Export does well in that.
What do you think about the CC and the Moskov gold lane matchup?
Man, I feel like the Moskov has tools that some other gold laners don't really have, dealing with someone that has so much mobility, so much DPS. So I feel like the lane will go okay for the Moskov, but I feel like the pressure comes in from the rest of the group. I feel like Alter Ego will definitely send someone to go into the gold lane to try and go for the shutdown. If the Moskov does survive and scale properly though, that mid game is going to be so brutal from the side of Aura.
Okay, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, a signature style from Alter Ego, picking up that CC in the gold lane. We'll see if it works out for them, if they can force a game number 3. But again, if Aura can win this 2-0, we'll have to say goodbye to the 3-face masks. Welcome to the Land of Dawn for game number 2 in this best of 3 series between the Red Dragon and Alter Ego.
Ooh, off the bat, it's gonna be a Purify Moskov. We've seen several variations at this point, even though the Inspire used to be almost critical, almost necessary for that Moskov to find success. But now against the threat of the aggression coming from Alter Ego, Purify for Kabuki, but also for Nino.
Oh man, what is that? That's a detour, that's a U-turn.
Yep.
That's the signature Yaoi Grok maneuvers.
That's so annoying.
Yep, buy so much time. He actually even has a tutorial on TikTok, by the way. If you guys are interested to learn how to do it, it's gonna make him turn again.
He wants to. You have to bait it all the way to the, back part of the bush there, and then put the wall down. But that's a massive delay already, and you can see the lead that Aura are taking with the lethal take too. Slowly but surely, kind of build that gold lead.
Against Gugun on a fighter here in the jungle, it's going to be so dangerous to be that vulnerable if you can't really go for the farm. Looking at the rest of the emblems, Kabuki with the tenacity as well, fully respecting the dive potential. And Nino with the Inspire, he's just going for the cooldowns. He will be a bit more squishy, but against a Moskov, right, he won't really be nuked down, so he's going for that option to try and out-sustain and out-spam the skills in the middle of the game. Right though, with the Angela, going for the focusing mark, going to be a bit more aggressive, but it's also going to mean that he's going to be lacking in a bit of mana. As Nino gets dangerously low right here, and Kabuki can freeze this.
Yeah, this is the problem with the CC in the gold lane, man. Especially up against a Moskov. It's already hard. Well, actually, usually against other marksmen like Prod, I think you have an okay time. But the Moskov, he can decide whenever he wants to disengage.
Exactly. You can go and just stun him, push him back if you don't really feel like going for the fisticuffs. Yaoi and Rossi, though, both not level 4 just yet, but look at the speed of Aura just moving around, going for the clear back and forth, and the rotations even, right? With their coordination, sending Yesco to the bottom side, everything just running smoothly like butter for Aura.
Yeah, at the moment. Doesn't seem like Taz has an answer just yet. Which is why I thought it was a very interesting pickup, this Ling, in the composition that Aura brought. I mean, out of all the gold laners that use a Ling against, it feels like the Moskov is one of the most versatile because of the stun that he has with that spear.
And the Abyss Walkers, it's a blink, right? Assassins usually up against blinks. It's a bit tougher. Yaoi doing the same thing now. Rossi supposed to come over, but Yaoi has the wild charge, doesn't even use it. The hard guard gets placed down onto Rossi, but what happens to him? He disappeared. The orange ball taken away as well as Gugun. Oh man, it's a slaughter in the bottom lane, in the enemy jungle, burned down now. Pai splashed by Yehezkiel. A disaster for Alter Ego.
A 2-0 already traded in for Aura with a total of 3 kills compared to nil. And Alter Ego, they banked on the fact that they had Nino in the gold lane with the CC. They were banking on the fact that they had Taz with the Ling to have a little bit more say in the tempo of this early game. And yet, the Red Dragons hold this 2k gold lead, and Yaoi just cannot stop being a problem.
The lack of damage, the lack of spammable damage as well. He is almost never really in danger unless Alter Ego really expends multiple ultimates only for a roam. That's what he's abusing right now, and the team is trying to follow up on it. He's going, whoa!
Flicker wild charge and the pullback as well. The Retribution still caught by Taz there. Gugun looking to go for the chomp down now as Nino puts him in a tough spot with Rossi with the Primal Rat. Gugun's gonna get help by the hard guard as Nino dives in deep, but Arata's gonna try to burn him down. Earth Shatter Flicker combo to the back line, and now a penalty zone as well. Aura on the back foot, still trying to cut away. Hesky with a splash of damage. Meanwhile, up top, the Moskov eating good. Going for the turrets. Fear of destruction towards the orange buff, but there's nobody there.
So with that engage, with Yaoi being a problem there, Gugun does get traded back, but Kabuki does get a little bit more gold. In the grand scheme of things, is that a worth it play?
I thought he was going to try and join the fight, because if he was there, that's a lot of free space he had to really do damage. Yaoi now, though, making a clean escape. Aura just seems to be right on track. And even though Kabuki wasn't able to swing that fight in favor of Aura, he's able to get the full gold from the turret right here. And again, he's just waiting for an opportunity. And Pai, actually, on the Terizla, goes for a brute force breastplate. You don't see that very often.
A little bit more survivability on his end.
Oh, movement speed as well.
He's a level below here though.
Yeah, and Rossi already used the onward. What? Rossi now caught using Primal Wrath, but can't do anything now. Pai all alone. They are committing for a neutral objective with an assassin here. Taz in a 1v4 spot. The Flames will zone him away. Taz will still have the retreat. Gugun is on the turtle. That should be for free for Aura here. Second turtle of the game.
So they're going to trade that in for Taz's purple buff. But Yaoi again. He's on the way there again.
Whoa.
Okay.
All right.
Yaoi's been such a big problem. When can he be my problem?
What? Whoa.
In the top lane, we do see some rotations coming through. Nino gets chunked quite low, actually.
It does.
That's the damage coming in from the Moskov. That's a problem right here, actually. The Moskov is
problem,
really not my problem, but the Moskov is left generally untouched right here. And because of the presence of the X-Borg, technically, when it comes to a long drawn-out fight, there is enough damage output from Aura that they're still able to have the same kind of pressure, even though they don't really have their gold inner with them. Now with the golden staff completed, it's going to be extra bit of damage, but I think it's going to be waiting on that Demon Hunter Sword to really reach its full potential. As Aura, once again, going for the reset, and can expect Yaoi to soon make moves. Gonna make greetings to Taz in his own jungle.
6 minutes. And already on the way to DHS. Is that quick or is that normal?
The 3-item power spike from Moskov, that's pretty quick. 6 minutes in. Very, very quick. I mean, it's not the 3-item power spike just yet. He's still waiting, but with the DHS being built, I mean, with the goals that have been built around this moment, like, he's going to actually, with the pace, reach the DHS by the 8th minute. So very, very quick. Usually you expect 10 to 11.
There's got to be a way for Alter Ego to shut that down.
I think they have to really use the Ling pressure, but at this point, he's just too busy trying to deal with everything else, and Aura once again.
Two-man wall charging the chomp down. The penalty zone connects on to 3. Taz walking forward. That's a purple buff resets. Rossi pops in the Primal Rat. Taz gonna be able to continue this onslaught as he picks up the purple buff, but now the Flames as well. Such a chaotic duel. In Aura, it looks like they come out on top. Yeah, Heskeel takes Pai down. In the back now, Nino. All alone in the mid lane, only with a yo-yo. You can't clear those waves. Aura take the turrets. Wait, you got the mid lane turret and the turtle now for Gugun.
So that was the main difference, right? They went for an engage, but this time, Moskov did participate in that team fight, like you mentioned, Arashi, and they were able to get 2 trades from it. And now this is going to be a big problem, right? The fact that Kabuki can just dive into these team fights whenever he wishes, okay, that's a good trade by Taz, by the way. Whenever he wishes is going to give Alter Ego setbacks if they want to make that crazy play. And now Taz is left to the last thing that he can do, right? Because of his team being far behind. Ooh. No way! What?
This boy's on cooldown now. He does have the Tempest of Blades. Okay. Gutarato burning them down out of their own jungle. But, oh, dude. Yaoi.
Yeah, the lack of damage right here for both the Grok and the X-Borg. The Firaga armor, I don't think it has been broken a single time. Unless he just goes for the last insanity. So he can just stand there, and when he is ahead, when the whole team is ahead like this, There's no way for Alter Ego to burst him down with their composition to try and stop the flames from being that big of a problem. That's how they're just holding their ground. And look at the Moskov just doing work. That global presence is matched by Taz, but for how long? He's going to lose his purple buff as a result.
Turret traded in for a purple buff. Yeski might actually be able to 1v1 him in this spot, but it's not a 1v1. It never is. Yaoi right here has the wild charge, goes for the prediction, doesn't connect, and now Gogun as well. That's his welcome. Taz doing a whole lot alone here with a hard guard. He actually gets out of that spot without a purple buff. Impressive stuff.
And he gets a turret for it. So slowly, if they can still prolong this series to the point where they're going to start battling out for the Lords, these turret takes will be valuable for them eventually, will it not?
For sure. With more vision, with more control around the map, there's more ways for Alter Ego to really find a pickoff. If Aura isn't the one proactive first though, and he's actually, Taz, out farming Gugun due to the amount of gold and EXP he's getting from all the split pushing endeavors. He's actually on curve, so in a 1v1, he is still definitely a menace. 1v1.
Speaking of, Tempter Blaze used up now, 1v1. That's Kabuki versus Taz. Taz is forced to run away. Spirit of Mystery!
Wow!
The destruction does connect with Yaoi now. He's looking for the wild charge. Doesn't have it just yet. It's still on cooldown, but Taz with no purple buff. It's so tough for even him to go for the assassination on the marksman.
That's an insane play for Kabuki to just match him down, stare him down in the 1v1. And he's the one that just stays. Taz forced to get out, and now he won't really be available for this Lord take. I was about to say, with the same level, there's a chance Taz can go for a steal, but not when this is how it plays out. Now he's buff!
Taz, he does have the Tempest of Blaze, but does he want to risk it? Does he want to go for the purple buff? No, he does not. Pai is getting melted. That's a DPZ, a defensive penalty zone, and it might not even save him. Oran is hovering over Nino. Forced back. Aura are taking everything.
It's tough, right? Like, imagine you're in a 1v1 with a dragon that's like a million times bigger than you and you throw masks at them. That's kind of what I'm feeling from this game. A 7, almost an 8k gold lead. Absolutely no fight whatsoever from Alter Ego. Imagine one single kill. That's the only thing that they have been able to get, and they've been able to get those 2 turrets on the back of Taz going for that split push. But how long can they delay the inevitable at this point?
How well can they clear the Lord with Aura knocking on the door with a superior DPS? Yaoi makes the play.
It's a wild charge. Kabuki now going to go for the turret, and he'll be able to melt it down quite easily. Right into the depth of his welcome he goes. Edith is gone. Pai gets brought back by the missiles now. It's the flames of Aran. Nino gets the helmet. Hard guard. Oh my god! Nino gets killed just by the Moskov hitting the base. He got pierced down. 2-0 for the Dragons.
Albeit wounded, albeit left down to the ground, the Red Dragons, they rise to the occasion and they send off their fellow brethren, Alter Ego, the 3 face masks, on their merry way as they look to the horizon that is the playoffs.
Aura continuing on their journey, reminiscing, but this is gonna be where they and Alter Ego part ways